Most people trying to make their first dollar online are stuck in a trap. Making money online comes down to 4 stages that almost nobody talks about, and misunderstanding them is exactly why most beginners fail. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 4-stage framework that took me to 7 figures and how to avoid the mistakes that keep 90% of beginners from ever making a single dollar online. So the first stage is knowledge. And this is the easy part. This is where you learn the what. You watch YouTube videos about dropshipping or affiliate marketing or digital products. You're reading blog posts about passive income. You're scrolling through X maybe or Instagram and you're seeing all these people's screenshots. Now this stage feels good because to your brain, it feels like you're making progress. You're learning new things, you're getting excited and you're thinking, yes, this is it. This business model is going to change everything. But here's the brutal truth. Knowledge alone doesn't create results. You can watch 1,000 videos about making money online and still be completely broke, because knowing what to do and how to actually do it are 2 completely different things. And that's exactly where most people are stuck. They know they need to start a business, they know they need to create content or build an audience, but they never actually move forward. And here's the thing, knowledge is everywhere. It's free. You can find it on Google, on YouTube, in free courses, literally anywhere. So if you're stuck here just consuming content without actually moving forward, you're not making progress. You're just entertaining yourself. So how do you fix it? How do you move away from stage 1? Well, this is exactly where stage 2 comes into play. Now, stage 2 is all about strategy, and this is where you learn how to actually do the thing. This is like the detailed roadmap. This is where you pick a specific business model and you get the exact step-by-step process. Now you can spend a long time trying to figure this out yourself with free information, or you can shortcut the process and you can buy a course or a program that will show you exactly what to do and in what order. Now a lot of people think that this is where the success happens. You know, they bought a course, they spend hours going through it all, and they feel productive, they feel like they're making progress, and they are to a certain extent. But here's the thing, you can have the best strategy in the world, but if you never actually implement it, you're not going to make a single dollar, which leads us onto stage 3. Now, stage 3 is implementation. And this is where 90% of people fall off, because this is where you actually have to do the thing, take action and start. And here's exactly why this stage is so hard and why so many people fall at this hurdle. Because when you first implement, you are going to fail. I would go so far as to say there's probably a 99% chance you are going to fail the first time you implement. And that's normal. It's expected. That's exactly how learning works. So you post your first YouTube video, for example, and what happens? You're gonna get a handful of views at best. Nobody comments, nobody subscribes, and you make $0. Or you launch your first product and nobody buys it. Or you send your first email to your list of 12 people and no one even opens it. Or you try to run ads and you lose money on every single one. When I launched my very first e-commerce store, I lost money. My ads weren't working. Nobody was buying my products. I was bleeding cash every single day. And it would have been so easy to quit right there, to go back to stage 1 and look for more knowledge, or to try a completely different business model or a different strategy altogether, or just to convince myself that this whole online thing just wasn't for me. The problem is, most people don't see this as normal. They think failure means that they're not good enough, or the strategy doesn't work, or that they should just give up and try something else entirely. So they go back to stage 1 looking for more knowledge because they think that that's the problem. Maybe I need a different business model. Maybe I should try affiliate marketing. Maybe I just need to watch more videos. But the real problem is that they never gave implementation a proper chance. The first few times you do something, it is going to be awkward. Yes, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and yes, you're probably going to mess it up. But without this stage, the implementation stage, the first 2 of you getting the knowledge and getting a strategy are completely pointless. You can know everything about business and have the perfect strategy, but if you never actually do the thing, then you're never going to make any money. Now, if you make it to stage 3, you're already ahead of 90% of people. But there is still one final stage that will determine whether you succeed or whether you fail. This is the stage that separates the people who make millions from the people who make 0. And stage 4 is consistency. the most important stage of all. Because here's the thing, success does not come from doing something once. It comes from doing it over and over and over again for weeks and months on end. And this is where most people just quit. They post a couple of videos, they don't get any views, and they give up. Or they launch a product, it doesn't make sales, and they quit. Or they work on their business for a month, they don't hit their income goals, and they just decide to move on to something else. But the people who actually make money online, the people who build 6- and 7-figure businesses, they are not smarter than you. They're not more talented, and they certainly don't have some secret strategy that you don't know about. They simply made it to stage 4 and they stayed there. Now for me with e-commerce, it took 3 months of consistent implementation before I started seeing consistent results. 3 months of testing products, 3 months of losing money on ads, 3 months of tweaking and adjusting and ultimately failing. Now out of all the business models I've tried, e-commerce was easily the hardest and took the longest to get results. But I didn't stop. I kept launching products even when the ones before had flopped. I kept running ads even when they were all losing money. And I kept showing up every single day even though I wasn't making any money. I pushed through when I wanted to quit because I knew that the alternative was going back to the drawing board, or worse still, going to get a job. And for me, that wasn't an option. But after those first 3 months, things started to click. I started making money instead of losing it. My ads started to work. People started to buy my products. And eventually, that business went on to earn me millions. Not because I found the perfect product or the perfect strategy, it's just because I stayed consistent. Now, everything you've ever learned as a human followed this exact pattern. Think about your first job. You didn't know what you were doing at first. You probably made mistakes, you probably felt awkward, but you kept showing up every single day and eventually you got good at it. Or think about learning to drive. At first, it was scary and you were probably terrible, but you practiced consistently and now you don't even think about it. You just get in the car and you drive. So why on earth do we forget this when it comes to making money online? Why do we expect to succeed immediately when we know that that just isn't how learning works? Well, I think it's just because we're impatient. We want results now. We see other people's income screenshots and we just assume that it happened overnight. But I can tell you, it didn't. They just went through all the 4 stages and stayed at stage 4 while everyone else is stuck at stage 1. So here's what I want you to do right now. Think about where you are in these 4 stages. Are you stuck in stage 1, just consuming content and not actually taking any action? And if you are, move to stage 2. Get a strategy, commit, map out exactly how you're going to execute on the plan. And if you're in stage 2, so you've already got a plan, but you're not actually doing anything with it, then you have to move to stage 3 and start implementing. Launch that first product, post that first video, send that first email. And if you're stuck in stage 3, trying things once and then quitting, commit to stage 4 and stay consistent for at least 3 to 6 months. Because here's the thing, making money online, it isn't complicated. It's not about finding the perfect business model or some secret strategy. It's about moving through all 4 stages and just refusing to quit at stage 4. That's it. The people who make money online are not special. They're just consistent. They show up every single day and they keep going when it's hard. They don't quit after the first failure or the 10th failure or even the 100th failure. Now, if you want to know the easiest business model for beginners to get started, I've put together a free guide for you that breaks everything down step by step. Just click the link below, join my newsletter, and I'll send it straight to your inbox. Now, if you can commit to stage 4 and stay there, you will make it. But sadly, most people won't. Most people will stay stuck in stage 1, just consuming content and thinking and feeling like they're making progress. Or they'll just quit at stage 3 after their first failure. But not you, because now you know the framework, you know what it takes. And now it's your turn to actually do it. I'll see you in the next one.